Hello, future Kennedy Eagles. I am Chris Krenz, one of the assistant principals at Kennedy, and I'm going to speak to you about Kennedy High School and registration. We are super excited to have you at school next year. So hopefully this will give you some information and give you an idea of what you want to register for high school. First, I'd like to show you our admin team. You'll get to know us next year when you see us in the lunchroom, in the hallways, but we're all pretty nice. Of course, I'm biased, but we look forward to meeting you and getting to know you. You will also get to know your counselor very well, hopefully. They are the person who's going to help you navigate so many different things, from college applications to course choices to social drama. So these are the counselors at Kennedy. You will get to know yours as well once you start attending high school. All right, let's talk about high school. So at Kennedy, we are on a 6-period day and a trimester schedule. So most of your core classes, for example, English, will be all year. So that will be 1 period all year. Most of our elective classes, for example, like Intro to Culinary Arts, will be a 1-try class. And each course you take will give you 1 credit. Here's the 6-period day schedule, which I'll have you look at on your own a little bit to know the time that you need to be at school. And we also have a modified block on Wednesdays and Thursdays. Again, more information, and don't worry, we will definitely train you and let you know more about your schedule once you start high school. So what is a credit? A credit is something you earn when you complete a class. To graduate from high school, you will need 65 credits. But you potentially can earn 72, so you should be just fine. So again, to graduate from high school, you need your credits. We also have some state exams that you will take. Some of you are familiar with those based on your middle school exams. And then you will also have to complete your PGP plans. So here are the graduation requirements. If you want to see these in more detail, go to the registration guide, and on page 21, it kind of shows you that checkbox. So you will need language arts, for example, every year of high school. So you start in 9th grade year, and you will take it all the way through your senior year. Math, you will definitely need 3 years of math in high school. So just take note of some of these. A few things to really know: you will need to take 2 fine arts classes to graduate from high school. So between your 9th and 12th grade year, you need to take 2 art classes. You will also need 1 STEM class from 9th to 12th grade to take at some point to graduate from high school. So let's talk about 9th grade classes. So the required 9th grade classes that everyone will need to take will be English, social studies, physical science, and math. All of those core subject areas are all year long. So basically 4 periods of your schedule will already be booked for you. Then you have the option of taking Physical Education 9, which is a 1 trimester class, as a 9th grader, or some of you might choose to wait and take it as a 10th grader or a junior. That's okay. We'll talk about that and making sure it fits in your schedule. And then on top of that, you'll have an option to choose some electives. So some electives, for example, would be music, world language, engineering, business classes, foods classes. So those are all elective classes, and that's where you're going to really have to choose and decide what best fits you. You should earn 18 total credits this year next year as a 9th grader. So the traditional schedule is 6 periods. Classes start at 7:50 a.m., so you'll have to be at school bright and early, and you will register for 18 classes. There is an option for some of you, and I have to emphasize some of you. Some students will say, Ms. Krenz, my schedule. I have my 4 core classes, I'm in music, and I plan to take a world language. When am I going to get my Phy-Ed class? Well, there is an option for you. If you have a packed schedule like that, you can sign up to take Phy-Ed this summer so that that class is complete before you even start your 9th grade year. That would mean that you register for 19 classes instead of 18. You will get that bonus class. Again, it's not for everybody because you do have to have a packed schedule. If you just want to take some fun classes and you want to take summer Phy-Ed, unfortunately, we don't have the staffing to give you summer Phy-Ed. You'll have to take that during the school year. But those of you with a packed schedule, we can try to fit you in and have you take summer Phy-Ed. So here's an example of a traditional 9th grade schedule. You can see the first 4 periods are those core subject areas all year. And then 5th hour, first trimester, this student got Phy-Ed 9. Then the rest of the periods are open for electives. So that would be a traditional schedule, which most of you will have. It'll be very similar to this. For those of you who I said, again, are in AVID, music, world language, don't have room in your schedule, like this student who has their 4 core classes, is taking choir, is taking French, no periods for them to take Phy-Ed. This is where a student could decide to sign up for Phy-Ed 9 in the summer, and it will be conducted online. So make sure you will be successful as an online learner. There is one other option if you would like. We do offer Phy-Ed 9 as an online class where you could take it as another period, one trimester. So you could earn 19 classes or 19 credits in your 9th grade year instead of 18 if you choose to take that as an online class. And again, you need to be a successful online learner to do that. So let's talk about grades in 9th grade. I know a lot of you are used to middle school where you just move on to the next grade, which is great. But in 9th grade, grades really start to be important. When you become a senior, you will apply to colleges, maybe apply to jobs or the military. And a lot of those places are going to ask you, what is your GPA or your grade point average? So here's a situation where Maria and John both started out in 9th grade. And you can see Maria did very well in her classes. She earned a 3.5 out of 4. John, on the other hand, didn't do quite as well. He had a 2.1 out of a 4.0. In 10th grade, they had the same GPA, exactly the same at 3.3. So their overall GPA after those 2 years is still significantly different. John still got some ways to go to get his grades up. In 11th grade year, they had the same GPA again at a 3.3. But you can see again that their overall GPA, Maria, was still significantly higher, simply because 9th grade year, she really worked hard and started strong, where John didn't quite start as strong. So it is important to know classes are important in 9th grade. Take this seriously when you register. Register for classes that are appropriate for you and be ready to come in the fall, ready to work, achieve, and do your best in classes. We do have the option of offering honors or AP classes, which stands for advanced placement, in 9th grade. So in the core subject areas, you will see in language arts, you will have the option to register for either honors English or regular English. The same goes for math and science. Basically, our honors classes are going to move at a more rigorous pace. They're going to go a little bit more in depth and get you ready for the AP class that'll come as you're an upperclassman in high school. So if you do well in English, you like English, I would say definitely challenge yourself and take the Honors English 9 course. If you do okay in English and it's maybe not something you're super interested in, then stick with the regular English 9 class, and that's okay too. We do offer an AP class in 9th grade, and that is through our social studies department. So for social studies, you can choose either regular social studies, or if you do well in social studies and you love it, then you should sign up for the AP social studies class. And what that means is AP stands for advanced placement, and it is actually a college level class. You take that class, and then in May, you take an exam. If you pass the exam, you can earn college credit for the class. So again, it's a class I would say is very rigorous. You must do well in social studies and also like social studies to take the AP class. But if that sounds like you, take it. Earn college credit as a 9th grader. So you're already building your college transcript and earning free college credits. In the elective area, another option is to take AP Computer Science. I know some of you are in computer sciences in the middle school. So if you're doing well in those classes and you love them, challenge yourself and take an AP Computer Science class. A description of all of these classes and information about their rigor is available in the guide. So if you're wondering if you should do honors or AP, take a look at the classes in the guide and read through those classes. At Kennedy specifically, we also offer concurrent enrollment classes. And I'm not saying Jefferson's a bad school. Jefferson's a good school too. But because of this, you can actually earn more college credit in high school at Kennedy than you can at Jefferson. So at Kennedy, we have some teachers who are actually college professors. So simply by taking their class at Kennedy, you can earn college credit at Normandale. And then when you graduate, you have more college credit sitting out there that you can take with you to save yourself some money. In ninth grade, there are 5 different concurrent enrollment courses you could sign up for, which means you potentially could earn college credit. Guitar 2, which you would need to take Guitar 1 first. African American Lit, Intro to Education, World Politics, and Social Media Marketing. If any of those classes sound interesting to you, again, read more about them in the guide, then you could sign up for them, take them in ninth grade, and if you pass them, you will earn college credit for that class. So pretty amazing that ninth grade, you can already start earning college credit and saving yourself some money. All right, world language courses. So some of you will want to take a world language course when you come to high school. You can do it in ninth grade or you can wait too. That's totally your option. If you plan to attend a 4-year university though, most 4-year universities want you to have at least 2 years of a world language. So know that coming into high school. And if you want to do it 9th and 10th grade year, great. If you want to wait till 11th or 12th grade year, that's fine too. There are some select colleges that want you to have 4 years of a world language. So if you know where you really want to go to college, maybe check that out and just see. But most colleges will want you to have 2 years. The options for world language at Kennedy are Spanish, French, Japanese, or Latin, but Latin is only offered as an online class. So if you are looking for an in-person class, make sure you choose Spanish, French, or Japanese. As a ninth grader coming in, most of you will probably register for the level 1 course. If you are super motivated and you're like, oh, Ms. Krenz, I want to get to Spanish 5 by the time I'm a senior, we do offer an accelerated Spanish class. That means that course is kind of like an honors class, that it gets more information packed in 1 year. So the accelerated Spanish class will cover level 1 and level 2 all in 1 year. So that way, by the time you're a senior, you could take up to Spanish 5 if you wanted to. So take a look at that if you're interested. If you're a native speaker in any of these languages and you can read and write well in them, I would suggest signing up for level 3 of that world language. We are offering online classes next year. So your choice when you register, you can either register for the regular face-to-face class, for example, English 9, or if you want an online class or all online classes, then you would register for the online English 9. All of our courses are going to be offered as online classes. However, based on numbers, how many students want to take that class will predict whether or not we can run the class. So just consider that. I might have to call you this summer and tell you that one of the classes you wanted online might not run as an online class. So consider that as you sign up. And you have the choice to choose maybe 1 online class and take the rest in person, 2 online classes, the rest in person, or register for all online class if you think that's the best option for you. Again, a good predictor of that would be, how did you do this year in distance learning? Did you do well? Was that a good learning style for you? So consider that when you're signing up for classes. If you want the online version of the class, the course number will have a W behind it, or more importantly, in the title of the course, it will have web behind it, which means it's an online class. So if you're signing up for English 9, sign up for English 9 web if you want the online class. So again, we're offering all of them for registration purposes as online or regular classes. Sign up what's best for you. And then once we get all the numbers and all the kids signed up, we'll figure out which classes we'll be running. All right, let's talk about the registration process. So make sure that you talk to your teachers, you talk to your parents, have an idea about what required class you're going to take this year. Are you going to take the regular version or the honors or AP version? Are you going to take all honors? What are you going to do about Phi Ed 9? Will you take that during the school year or summer if your schedule is packed? So start thinking about that. Those are the required classes. Next, I want you to start thinking about your elective courses. So are you going to start world language right away? Or are you an AVID? If you are in music, for example, band, choir, and orchestra, those are all your classes. So again, think about which of those you would like to take and whether they are one trimester or all 3 trimesters, because that will matter. And then at the bottom, number 3 on here, you'll see that we also want you to complete alternate courses. And that's on the 9th grade registration sheet. So basically what it is telling me if, for example, I can't get into my favorite class, which is business management, it just didn't work in your schedule, what would be another class that you would be interested in taking that I could put you in instead? For example, driver's ed. Maybe that would be a good alternate course for you. So make sure that you fill out the alternate courses when you register, because otherwise, if I can't fit your first choices in, then I get to pick what the backup classes are. And I don't think you're going to want that. I might not pick the right class. Parents, once students are done registering, and that'll occur on January 27th, you will get an email sent to you a couple weeks later just saying, hey, check your student's registration for high school. Let us know if it looks okay. And there's a box you can check. Please do that so I know you have proof their schedules and you are okay with the choices that they selected. Again, January 27th is when we are coming back to middle schools to help you register for classes. So you have a couple weeks to think about these things. Start thinking about the classes you want to take. If you're not at Valley View, Oak Grove, or Olson, please take a look at this and then call our counseling office to schedule an appointment. All right, a lot of information in this presentation. There's a lot more information out there for you to peruse. So where it all lives is on our Kennedy registration website. Make sure you go to the Kennedy High School webpage. If you click on the counseling tab on the left-hand side, it will take you to registration, which is highlighted in green. So click on that tab. Once you get to that tab, there was a ton of information on there. Here's the registration guide that I was referencing, where you can read more about courses, do a credit check, learn more about concurrent enrollment and honors and AP. All of that information is in our registration guide. The other thing I want you to click on and use is the 9th grade registration form. This is a form that will walk you through your choices between core classes and electives, and has a reminder on there about the online classes. So when you open this link, at the top, there is an opportunity for you to make a copy and make your own form, and then you can fill it out with your parents, with your teachers. Take a look and make sure you're deciding the right classes for you. And this will help you on registration day, so you have kind of a note of what you're going to take, and it'll help you get through that process a lot faster. Again, here's the counseling office if you have any questions or need to enroll if you're outside of Bloomington schools. And I can't wait for you to meet our principal on January 21st in the evening. Attend our session. Mr. Osmond is going to be there. He's going to talk about his vision for our school, which is equity and humanity. And he is so excited to be an Eagle and can't wait to meet all of you as well. So make sure you attend our question and answer session on January 21st. And I will definitely be sending out a link so that you and your parents can attend. And just a reminder, you are going to be an Eagle. Be proud, be excited. I cannot wait personally to meet all of you and see what choices you select. I will be visiting your classrooms, so hopefully I can answer some questions along with our counseling team, our deans, even some students. We are super excited to have you at Kennedy, and I really look forward to meeting you. But make sure you do your research, make sure you decide what classes are a good fit for you, and make sure you get registered so you have classes that you want next year in high school. Thank you very much for your time, and you can always contact me, Chris Krenz, if you have any questions or any comments. Thank you.